Hello, my fans of capitalism, and welcome back to another episode of Another Brick in the Mall. In this episode, I'm going to focus on creating a coffee shop for the mall. So, with that in mind, let's go ahead and jump into the game. So, I figure put in a coffee shop over here, have people happy, getting food and drink here, and they have the Raymart to get most of their goods at for right now, while we plan out and save up money to get the real mega complex started with the movie theater. Alright, so for a coffee shop, what is it that I'm going to need? Right now it's locked, of course. We're having to wait for research. We're halfway through the research for security. And then for the coffee shop, we are going to need... See, this food court confuses me because it says nearby self-serve restaurants. I don't understand what they're meaning there because I have this type of restaurant, a fast food restaurant, and a fine dining restaurant, but I don't see anything that says self-serve anywhere. So I'm not sure exactly if maybe this is something that will be added to the game later, perhaps? I'm not quite sure. For this, we're going to need access, we're going to need cashiers, stock clerks, order counters, coffee shop counters, and storage. Alright, so how big are each of these items? So we're going to need the order counter, which are going to be the same size as the order counters up here, so we know that they're going to take up. We could do the same size building and they would go ahead and fit. And so that will work that way. And then if we just put another storage area in the back of it, that'll work for right now. Then as I said, this entire area is probably going to get bulldozed when we actually start putting in the real portion of the mall over here. Alright, so foundations wise, these take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Really don't mind the size of this place too much. Maybe I'll go slightly smaller than this. So maybe the entire thing, including the storage area, will be 11 by 16. Alright. And we need the hallway here anyways. And we don't have quite enough money to do that. Now if I make it 16 by 14, we could. Let's just go ahead and wait and get the money together for it. So let's speed up time, get people coming in and out. Need somebody to take the trash there. Parking's being taken care of. The Mega Mart is operating at this full frenzied pace that they have. The clerks are stocking things as quickly as they can, and they're still running out. Yeah, we're gonna need another stock clerk here, I think. Alright, so for Raymart, let's go ahead and staff and hire yet another stock clerk. Alright, she's pretty good as a stock clerk. She is as well, and she's not good as a cashier, so let's go ahead and hire her, and we'll have her come in at 9 as well. That seems to be the biggest rush time here. So that way we'll have 4 stock clerks on trying to keep up with the mad demand that these people have. Alright. Lines here seem like they're going pretty well. There's not too many people crowding in. So that works out okay. People seem to be enjoying the restrooms. They seem to be working okay. Haven't seen anybody come down to use the urinals yet, but hey, it's their business, not mine. Bus stop is working well there. And the bus stop seems to be working well here. Do we now have at least enough parking so that we don't have a problem with that? Seems like we might, but crazy enough, we might even need that much more parking soon. I think part of it is if the cashiers get the people in and out quickly, then the traffic doesn't back up as much, so therefore we don't need as many parking spaces. So hopefully the cashiers are all doing their jobs and getting through the lines as quickly as possible. Profit-wise, we're doing extraordinarily well, having opened the store for the basically 24 hours now is making us a good amount of money. I don't see any faces here that are suggesting that they're upset with things, so that's good. And we haven't gotten any red alerts, so that's a good thing. So let's go ahead and speed up time again and see how things go here. Still haven't filled the parking lot, so that's a good thing. The lines are nice and short, which once again, as I said, I think that impacts how many people are in the parking lot. So, and hopefully getting that other stock clerk in will go ahead and make it where these shelves don't look as barren as they do right now. All right, so now at nighttime, we are getting these longer lines. I think we're going to need another employee here as a cashier for this shift. So let's go ahead and look at, we got Tina here. So we want her coming in at 1700. And most likely this is also going to mean that we're going to need another cashier on the overnight shift starting at 1 o'clock as well. So let's just go ahead and hire them now. He's a good stock clerk, so I really hate to waste him for cashiering. Alright, so he's the best cashier as well. I'm just going to have to hire him because he's just good for it. Alright, so he'll come in at 1. And hopefully this will help eliminate the lines a bit. We may need to even put more people than that. Actually, with the look of the size of these lines, I'm going to go ahead and already say we're going to. So, 1700, we're going to put in another person. And then hire another one for 1 o'clock. I really cannot believe how many people are shopping in this store all the time. And we're going to need more stock clerks then, even in the night hours, because the shelves are just not getting refilled. Alright, so... Alright, we got security too, which is a good thing. So let's go ahead and research that coffee shop, get that taken care of. And now we can see, hopefully, here's our security guard, and she's on her little Segway now. So she really doesn't look suspicious at all. Just sitting out in the parking lot on a Segway for no apparent reason. Nothing suspicious about that at all. Nothing for the customers to worry about. I'm sure they don't notice a thing with that. Alright, we're going to get Tina Snow as a stock clerk. And put her on starting at 1 o'clock. And hire another stock clerk to start at 1700. It's interesting, as I'd really been thinking I need to be working on this and I need to be focused on doing what I need to over here, but my attention has become so focused on working on Raymart because of the fact of just the amount of business we're doing over here. So it's both a blessing and a curse. It's not allowing me to move on to do the other things I want with the overall mall, but at the same time, it is giving this huge profit, which is allowing me to build the mall as I'd like to have it. So I can't really complain too much. Let's go ahead and fast forward a little bit so we get to the next day. And here come in the complaints of the fact that they're out of stock of items and they're worried about the cashier lines. So, yeah. Hopefully hiring those extra stock clerks will take effect with the next shift, as will the additional cashiers. We'll see how it looks here at 2400 or at midnight. Alright, and actually the lines are starting to die down here at midnight. Interesting. So it may be that I don't need as many people on at night on this 1 o'clock shift as I will at the 1700 shift. I'll have to come back and look at this at 1 o'clock and see how that looks. Alright, so we are now at 87,000. We can easily build the foundations for this area over here that we wanted. And we had said we wanted it at 1600, or at 16 by 16 here. I think that'll work out well. Let's go ahead and knock that part of the wall down at the same time as we're doing this. Actually, you know, the more I look at it, I don't think it needs to be that big. I think something like this will probably be good. You know, it's hard to tell. We'll really have to see how this coffee shop looks in the end. I'm going to go ahead and just wing it and guess about that big. If I need to expand it, I can expand it. And if it's too big, as I said, I'm not too concerned about that because I'm going to be demolishing it in the end once we start doing the whole movie theater thing anyways. So, coffee shop is being researched. I believe I already have cinema research, so the movie theater can start to be planned whenever I get to it here. Then, let's see, what else is there really that I'm caring about right now? Might as well do some things to put into the store, which we had been working on tool supplies earlier before I got inundated with the other things I needed to work on. So I'll probably switch that up here. Not all the staff parking is being needed, so I think I'm actually going to turn some of the staff parking into more loading zone area. So I might put it over here, or just up here. I think up there. Let's go ahead and remove that space, and we'll make that loading. Because we're definitely needing loading in this area with all the different supplies they're having to bring in all the time. And I think I'm just going to need another stock clerk on the night shift to really try to help with these things. So we're going to go with Molly here because she seems about the best of the options. Put her on, and she's going to start at 1700. Alright, so our one group of cashiers has just left for the evening. Our other group just started. So let's see here in a little while if those cashiers are enough to handle the business that's going on, or if we're going to need even more. As well as, let's see if the stock clerks can catch up, since the business seems to be a little bit slower at night. If not, then I'm going to have to really figure out some new plans there. Alright, so while you're doing that, we're just going to build a wall along here as well. And I think for this place, let's go ahead and put double doors in right there. Actually, let's see. These actually take up 3, so I want to put it at the 4th space starting. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right there is where we'll have the double door. That way we can have some seating down here that's not being obstructed at all. People can enjoy their coffee and donuts. Alright. This for night shift seems to be working perfectly fine. No issues there. The stock guy is even just bored and on his cell phone. And I guess at this point, with as much business as I've been getting, I'm okay with him being bored. Alright, it looks like I might have too many cashiers in the 1 o'clock shift. So I think what I'll end up doing is moving one of these cashiers probably to the 1700 shift instead. Stock clerks, on the other hand, I'm happy having as many as I do. I need more, if anything, because we're just wiped out of almost every product. Yeah, just as much as these shelves are empty, I think I'm gonna go ahead and put on and hire one more stock clerk, even though it seems insane how many I've got already. Alright, Ethan looks like he's pretty good for the job. We're gonna put him starting tomorrow night at 1. So, he'll be joining this crew working the late night shift to go ahead and try to refill the shelves after they've been pretty much decimated from the day before. Alright. They're still building away here. Realistically, I didn't need this piece of hallway down here, but you know what? Let's see if we can save a little bit of money. We'll just build this into a wall right here. Save a little money that way. Don't need to put that at an expense for no real reason. So let's see. We're going to need checkout counters. And we're going to need coffee shop counters. Alright. I'm guessing they're going to be locked for right now until the research is done. Yeah, right now they're locked. They're 2,000 each. Alright, so let's see how long we still have on the research for this. We're about halfway through it. So we'll be able to open that in a little while. Actually, it looks like the stock clerks are doing a decent job of actually getting all the items restocked within reason. So let's go ahead and fast forward here, see how things go. I think hiring that one person to still be on at 1 o'clock is not a bad thing. We could use that extra person. Let's go ahead and put another loading zone here then. That was done nice and fast. Which then we've got plenty of room for all of our trucks to get in to put in more boxes. Now we're hitting the midday rush. And hopefully we have enough people on to keep these shelves stocked and such. I can see 4 stock people already. The question will be is if I need a 5th one in this shift or not. That restaurant's going well. Research is coming along here. So we know we're going to need some order counters. So those I can go ahead and put in early. So we'll go ahead and put those here, 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 just like we had them in the other store. And then we can go ahead and set food court seats. Like this. I think that'll be enough for right now, but we'll see. We'll see how the store works. Realistically, I didn't need to build it as big as I did, but once again, right now it's just some places for people to eat and stuff while they're waiting on the massive lines at Raymart. Let's go ahead and speed up time. The shelves are not getting as empty as they were before, which I'm pleased about. They are getting drained to a point, but I think having those extra stock clerks on later will go ahead and help. But we did get a warning that we missed a sales opportunity. So I think the only thing I can do is hire another stock clerk for that rush hour shift from 8 till, or 9 till 1700. Alright, so we'll hire Lola. Alright, the research has been completed, so let's go ahead and take care of that right away. Alright, so we can put in bars. Let's go ahead and do these power tools to add another item to the Raymart since it's such a successful business anyways. Now Lola we want coming in at 9. So she's here from 9 till 1700 starting tomorrow. And it says that there was a parking problem again. I do not see where there could have been a parking problem, but I can go ahead and build yet more road. We'll go ahead and build road across there. And now we can assign this as a coffee shop. Oh, actually, I completely forgot. I understand now. Let's go ahead and pause. Alright, so actually, I need to remove those items because I actually want the storage to be up here for this facility. So we're going to go ahead and change that slightly. Let's go ahead and have our guys come in, take that stuff out. Thank you. Alright, now let's go ahead and look at it. Alright, so we're going to want these chairs right here. And because of that, go ahead and want. We aren't going to have the checkout counters being as long as they possibly could. Well, order counters. They aren't going to be as long as they possibly could. We're going to go ahead and have them about here. Yeah, that'll work out all right. Well, actually, no. We're going to have them here, I think. All right, so if we have them there, then we can have the coffee shop counters here, 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 and here. Or perhaps, maybe we do this entirely different. Let's see. The order counters, if we probably don't need as many order counters. So if we do the order counters, now we're still not going to have that much room up here. I think this is going to be the best way of doing it. Actually, alright, I see how I can do this. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to have the coffee shop counter here and here. Then we're going to have the order counters here and here. Which means then we can have the seating here, here, here. No, I guess, alright, that seating's just going to have to stay that way. So that way we have the room and the access for the order counters. But then we can go ahead and build walls here and here. Put in a staff door here and here. There. And we'll make this into storage. I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. If you enjoyed the video, please go ahead and click that like button. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon so you know when I produce new videos. Thank you for watching, and remember, if you're shopping somewhere other than Raymart, you're probably getting a better deal.